people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, and this has never been truer if you consider Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez' newcomer status in the United States Congress. The folly-ridden freshman legislator has made huge claims, huge mistakes, and unfortunately, huge enemies. Urgent 2020 poll, Trump or Bernie? As reported by Politico. Justice Democrats, the liberal group that engineered Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's meteoric rise, hijacking the Democratic Party in the process, is ready to go to war. The opening salvo? An 8-minute video released Wednesday starring Ocasio-Cortez and calling for a new crop of activists and community organizers to run against the Democratic machine. If you're a one-term Congress member, so what? Ocasio-Cortez says in the video. You can make 10 years' worth of change in one term if you're not afraid. Justice Democrats, which orchestrated Ocasio-Cortez's long-shot bid last year against the fourth-ranking House Democrat, Joe Crowley, hopes to replicate its success in blue districts across the country. And they have a powerful ally on the inside in Ocasio-Cortez, who can corner her colleagues in Congress to get behind what she herself has called radical policies like a 70% tax rate on the ultra-wealthy and a Green New Deal. Now, because of some of her huge follies, like, say, funneling $1 million into a slush fund while claiming to be a beacon of virtue, have come back to haunt her. Yet she still hasn't learned to tame her tongue or her tact, and this has created a bad image, even in her own party. Nationwide poll, do you stand with Judge Jeanine? Politico continued. Since her swearing-in this month, Ocasio-Cortez and her staff have tried to create distance between the 29-year-old Congresswoman and Justice Democrats, claiming to not be involved in the group's plans to mount primaries against incumbent Democrats it deems too moderate. But Wednesday's video, featuring Ocasio-Cortez and her two senior aides discussing those very plans over coffee with Justice Democrats Executive Director Alexandria Rojas, is far from the neutral position she's espoused. That combat approach is going to upset a lot of people, said ACLU Political Director Faiz Shakir, a former senior advisor to Democratic leaders Harry Reid and Nancy Pelosi. What she's suggesting is the way I'm going to get people is by carrying a stick. So now, all her bullying is finally coming crashing down upon her, as the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee has turned against her, and all but threatened anyone who works with her to unseat incumbents. Nationwide poll, was Obama the worst president in history? As reported by the National Journal. The Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee is making an early move to deter primary challenges against sitting incumbents in the caucus with a new policy aimed in part at protecting the new majority. The campaign arm on Friday sent out a list of hiring standards to more than 100 political firms, including one provision that made clear it will neither contract with nor recommend to House candidates any political vendors that work to oust sitting members of Congress. That offers key protection to the caucus's moderate members in battleground seats, where House control will be won or lost. It is intended to help stymie attempts by insurgent progressive groups who plan to primary incumbents deemed insufficiently liberal on key issues, but also to shield members of the party's ascendant liberal wing who represent safe Democratic territory and could face intra-party challenges of their own. Voter poll, do you oppose Oaks Green New Deal? That's a big setback. In a party that is becoming increasingly polarized, it will be interesting to see how they continue to turn on each other in the race for relevance. For now, though, it appears that Oaks' ignorant statement, "You can make 10 years' worth of change in one term if you're not afraid," has turned out to be, simply put, just ignorance. What are your thoughts? Leave them in the comment box below. Related, Ocasio-Cortez accuses Fox hosts of racism, obsessing over her looks. Related, Hillary caught deleting more classified emails, criminal announcement.